What's going on, people? Jada Black here, back with another video. Uh, I want to talk about the dating market right now for women under the age of 30. Now, that is when they have the most, uh, when they have like the most amount of attention. They're still in their 20s. They're still in their prime. Um, a lot of them don't take advantage of that and try to find a guy long term. It's all about short term dating. And people think that's because they're searching for the right one. No, these women are still having sex. They're still having sex. Probably with multiple men. They're still having sex with multiple men. But what it is that publicly, they're going to portray themselves as being single when they're not. They're just trying to date as many men in the dating market as possible because they have a lot of younger women these days have a gold digger mentality. They want to date the rapper, the athlete, the businessman, but they don't necessarily date the businessman. They just, they want they want that businessman to sort of be like their sugar daddy because they know he's not going to marry them. I mean, they already know this. That's why they try to get with the rapper, the athlete, because those guys' standards are a little bit lower than a guy who's made his money, other than athletics and rapping ability or acting ability, And I think a lot of these women know this, so they go and they pursue those men. But when it comes to dating men who are used to wearing suits and ties, they understand that they're gonna have to be a little more humble. They're not gonna be able to seek a ring from him. He's probably gonna be married. So what they do is they just go around screwing all these men. They probably have sugar daddies and shit. But once they get into their 30s and they're not getting the same play, once they done had a child or two, they don't look the same. They begin to sort of hit that wall. They sort of come to a realization that they've played around far too long. And now they want something serious. But by then, they done had a couple kids. They don't look the same. Everything is sagging. That's when you start to see the bitterness come out of these particular females. The bitterness comes out and they're upset at the world. They want men to change their standards instead of them looking themselves in the mirror and actually changing theirs. And they still want to date the same type of guys. They just want to now be more picky, but they weren't picky when they were dating all these different types of guys. Guys didn't have anything, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. A lot of these women, when they're in their prime, they will date some of the brokest, lamest dudes that they could possibly date because they like being in control of the situation, because the guy has quote unquote swag, you know what I'm saying? Because other women pursue him. So despite the fact that he doesn't have anything, she still goes and tries to pursue him as if she's still in high school. When that doesn't work out, now she's angry at the world. She wants to blame him for all her problems when she should have seen that coming. She should have seen that he was not a reliable person to be in a relationship with. But she don't see it until it's too late. Now you're in a dating market that is flooded with younger women, more attractive women, even more accomplished women who may have lower standards, not lower standards, they may have higher standards when it comes to dating because they may be looking for a marriage. They may be looking to be in a long-term relationship. You weren't. You were playing around. You thought because you look good and you got a bunch of likes on social media that you were going to forever get that same attention. It don't always work that way. But I noticed these women get so bitter So angry. Just look at YouTube, man. Look how bitter these women are. All these women now making videos. They are mad. They are angry. They can't take the fact they not getting chose like they used to. They can't take the fact they don't let themselves go. They can't take the fact that baby's father don't want to have sex with them anymore. So now they mad at everybody else because, you know, you getting ignored. You know, the only type of attention you getting is from simps. Simps that you don't want, you know? Because, you know, let's be real. Women are aggressive when it comes to dating. They like to pursue the men that they want. You know, they make no apologies about it. So they have to understand that because of that, those men could choose to just date you for a little while and just, you know, drop you and for another woman. But the only type of men that want these women now were pretty much simps. You got guys who may want them as a side piece, and that makes them even more angry because they think that they're forever supposed to get the same attention they got when they were in their 20s. But that was different. You looked different. You were in a different time in your life, didn't have children at the time, you know? And now those same men aren't showing you any kind of attention. And I think that's making a lot of these women go completely nuts. They want to blame YouTube videos. They want to blame, YouTubers. They want to blame people on Facebook, Instagram. They want to blame everybody but themselves. They won't look themselves in the mirror. At some point, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, what am I going to change? Because it can't just be everybody else's fault. At some point, you got to say to yourself, what am I going to change about myself? But they don't want to take that step because they're going to have to look at all the different men that they've slept with, that they've been side pieces for. You got to look at the fact they don't look the same. You got to look at the fact that they have kids by men who don't want them, who aren't good fathers. They have to look at all the mistakes that they've made, and they don't want to do it. They want to avoid that at all costs. And they want to put the blame on us for why their dating life sucks. You can't always blame everybody else for why the dating market isn't favorable to you in your mid-30s, late 30s, when you're still trying to pursue the same type of men who, one, aren't into you, and two, that are probably financially destitute, so they're going to cling to you. But that's only until they get their situation better. I knew a female who was dating a guy who was a little bit younger than her. Now, this is a woman who has like 4 kids. She taking care of the guy for a couple years, and the guy, once he got on his feet, he left. Not only did he leave her, he left the state. You know? Now, I don't know why she didn't see that coming. I don't know why she really thought that he was going to stay. Because he did not want, one, he did not want to be no stepdaddy. And two, he was using her for a place to stay, for somebody to take care of him, give him money. He wasn't looking for anything permanent. You're like 7 years older than this guy. You're in your early 40s. And I believe this woman is actually on Section 8. This guy is basically eating up your children's food stamps. You got this guy living off your government assistance. And then as soon as he's able to get on his feet, he leaves. He don't just leave you, he leaves the state. And that's the situation these women are getting in, and they want to blame YouTube videos. They want to blame social media posts. They want to blame celebrity men not wanting them or not being interested in them. Blame yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. Stop pointing the finger, man. I've noticed this with a lot of women. They love pointing the finger. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never their fault. And they wonder why they can't get no real relationship. Who wants to be with somebody who blames everybody else but themselves? I don't. If you can't be accountable for why your relationships are where it is, then why do I want you around me? I don't want you anywhere near me. Because if we're having problems, you're going to be pointing the finger. Instead of trying to bring solutions, you're going to be like, it's all your fault. You need to make it work. But both of us in this relationship. What are you talking about? Both of us are in this relationship. You and I, we need to make it work. Not just me. That doesn't make any sense. We need to work on these, this relationship, because we is all we have. I hope that you would understand that, because I will walk out that door if I feel like you are not all in. You're not all in, then it's time for me to go. And it's time for me to go. Don't be bitter. Because if you're being bitter, that's because you didn't try hard to keep things going. So I tell you this, man. Take accountability for why these relationships don't work out. Take accountability for why you choose the wrong men to date, have children with, pursue. Because the dating market is not always going to be open for you. You got all these women who are out there on social media living a thought lifestyle. But at some point, those same men who are showing you attention, who may be giving you money, giving, basically, dating you, that's not always going to be. That's not always going to be. And you're going to realize that the hard way. And then once you hit the wall, once you done had a couple of children out of wedlock, that's when you're going to realize you played yourself and you should have took dating more seriously, but you didn't. And you didn't because you always thought that dating market was going to be open for you, that you were going to have the same options for a long time, when there's going to be younger women, more attractive women who's going to be able to flood that dating market and get the attention of the men that you want.